Hey guys, MATH1170, spring 2017. Let me make sure I get the right semester. Got some announcements. These are things that I usually would take 5 to 10 minutes before class really begins. If in a face-to-face class, it's extremely important that you watch this video so we can get caught up on some things. This is the type of video that if I find out you didn't watch, for example, if I get one of these emails from you that I'm going to talk about here in just a second, you're going to, it's not going to be pretty. I'm usually a pretty laid back guy. I think I'm very respectful, very nice, all that stuff. This is one of those that I'm not going to be responding so gently. So I expect you to watch this. I've got some things that I need to explain to you, some things that are frustrating, but there's nothing I can do about some of the stuff. Okay? Okay, first of all, just so I wouldn't miss anything, I laid out a list of what I want to talk to you about. First of all, it's hard to believe, but the midterm, at least for me, I'm putting this video up on February the 8th, which it'll be posted shortly after. So the midterm is 3 weeks from today, which is really kind of hard to believe, I guess. The room will be announced soon. I'll send out an email. I'll also create on Blackboard a folder for the midterm exam. So it'll have this flyer that'll tell you the times, and all the stuff in the room number will be provided too. I'll also send out, as I said, an email. But remember, the exam is from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. in this room that will be announced. It's a drop-in situation. If you show up at 4 and stay till 7, I will be very confused. The exam is not going to take 3 hours. The exam is going to take, for you guys, probably about an hour to 90 minutes, unless you're just a really slow test taker, like me. I was a very slow test taker. But you can show up at 6 o'clock, but guys, at 7 o'clock, the computer shut down. The program will shut down, so you've got to be done. So anytime between 4 p.m. to 7 p.m., it's a drop-in situation. Allow yourself about an hour to 90 minutes to take the exam. If you're a really slow test taker, you may want to allow 2 hours, but that's up to you. Cheat sheet, you do get to bring a cheat sheet, easy for you to say. It's a 5-inch by 8-inch note card, front and back. You can write anything you want to write on your cheat sheet. I mean, heck, you can write the Gettysburg Address. If you think it'll help you, it won't, but you can. You write whatever you want to write. What I would do is I would go back through your notes and think back through my MyMathLab assignments and go back through some of the videos. And I would think, what kind of question could Darbro ask that I wouldn't want to see? Well, that's the kind of stuff I'd put on my cheat sheet, is stuff that would help me, okay? Second thing I want to point out, there was a sneaky quiz. And I know somebody's going to send me an email and they're going to say, Dr. Darbro, I have watched every one of your videos start to end, and there was no sneaky quiz. I promise you that there was. In fact, there were 29 students who picked up on the sneaky quiz. If you didn't, it just tells me that you didn't watch the videos completely through. And if you didn't, you lost 25 out of 25 points. So guys, it was worth 25 points. So if you... I think the quiz this time was, I played some song that I kind of found annoying, and I said, if you will send me the title of a song that you think is annoying, I give you 25 out of 25. Guys, this is what I do. I do this kind of stuff in my face-to-face class to reward attendance. I'm going to do this kind of stuff in my online class to reward people for watching the videos. To me, All right, guys, I have no idea why that happened, but things just went kind of blank, didn't they? Okay, where was I? Uh, Sneaky quiz. That was kind of freaky. I thought the computer had gone dead on me, but forgot what I was saying. I got distracted. Um, oh, the annoying song quiz. You know, it's to reward you for watching the videos. So you know, I promise it was there, and I guarantee you someone will send me an email and say, well, Dr. Darber, I've watched all the videos, and I don't think it was there. And can you tell me what video it was in and exactly what time? No, I can't. I'm not going to go back and do that. I promise you it was there. And if you didn't submit this, it just means you missed it, okay? If you miss one quiz, big deal. It's not going to hurt you. If you miss all 5 or 6 of them, yeah, it's going to hurt you. So you make the decision. Another thing, really, really, really important, and guys, this is one of those I'm going to exclamation mark. This is super duper duper important. Some of the videos I am using from a previous semester, and I've told you this before, but still some people are sending me emails and it tells me you forgot it or you didn't watch it to begin with or whatever. Excuse me. Sometimes in these videos I will say only the first 5 people to get this to me. That's not the way it is. And I told you that the first class in the introductory video. The week that the quiz is embedded in a video, your assignment for that week will be due the following week at Tuesday at 11 p.m. You have up until Tuesday at 11 p.m. to email me the quiz that was embedded in a video for that week. And there could be weeks where I have 2 quizzes. If I decide to get goofy, I will. So regardless what it says, you know, if I say, oh, it's just the first 5 people, or oh, you got to have it in 48 hours, ignore that. You have to have your quiz submitted to me via email by Tuesday at 11 p.m. or whatever the due date is for the assignment that corresponds to the material that's taught in that video. Okay? So guys, ignore the limit of 5 students, the limit of 10 students. There's no limit as long as you get it to me by the time the assignment is due for that particular video. All right, now the main thing I want to talk to you about is this MyMathLab issue. So don't leave me just yet. All right. Let me explain. So let me get out of here and get rid of this. By the way, there's my family. I'm the big goofy one over on the left. My wife and my daughters, they're awesome. All right, MATH1170. Let me show you some stuff going on here. If I go to Course Tools and go to Gradebook, what happens with a couple of things, like manage incompletes, okay? Now, what happens for this particular week is if you don't, well, any particular week for that matter, if you don't submit an assignment, it doesn't count against you. So you, for example, could have, it should count against you, but the default in MyMathLab is it doesn't count against you, and that's not right, and I have to correct that. So let me go back to this and give you an illustration on this. Let's say we've had 3 assignments, and you have 100 on the first assignment. You didn't turn in the second assignment. You didn't turn in the third assignment. MyMathLab will show, until I correct it, a 100%. Well, you shouldn't have a 100% because you've had 3 assignments. You've only got 100 points. So your grade should be a 33%. When I go in and make the adjustment to overcome the wackiness of MyMathLab not counting missed assignments, then your grade is going to change. In fact, it's going to decrease when I put zeros here instead of nothing. So I don't know why the default is like that on MyMathLab. It's extremely frustrating for something I'll explain to you in just a second. So I have just gone in and assigned zeros for everyone who didn't submit assignment 1, 2, 3, or 4 and quiz number 1, quiz number 2. Now I didn't do it to assignment number 5 because it's not due until Valentine's Day. That's kind of ugly of me, isn't it? But oh well. If you get plans with your significant other, then turn it in on the 13th or the 12th or the 11th or whatever it may be. Now, another kind of confusing issue is this weight thing. Now, I've already reset the weight. But what it'll sometimes do, it'll come in here and it'll set these generic weights that are wrong. In fact, before I reset this, it had the annoying song quiz weighted more than one of your assignments. It shouldn't be weighted that way. It should be weighted 1/4 of your assignment. So until I get in and reset this stuff, the grade that you see on MyMathLab may not be correct. So here's what happens. You haven't submitted your assignments. MyMathLab has done some sort of goofy weighting, and you go to bed one night and you think, hey, I'll just check to see what my grade is on MyMathLab, and you see it's a 92. You don't do anything but go to bed, go to sleep. You wake up the next morning and you're like, seriously, did I really have a 92? I haven't submitted half the work. And you wake up and you see that your grades dropped from a 92 to a 72, whatever. And you're like, well, wait a minute, my grade changed and I haven't done anything. So you write me one of those little nasty emails. Dr. Darber, I don't think that's fair. I don't think it's fair at all. My grade was a 92 and I went to bed. Now it's a 72. What's going on? Well, what happened is overnight I have readjusted the zeros, or I should say the assignments that weren't submitted, to zeros, where they're actually averaged in as a 0, and I have updated the correct assignment weight. And students, and I'll send back an email sometimes, write this big lengthy email, and the student will even respond back to me, and they're like, well, I don't think that's right. I don't see how my grade can drop when I didn't do anything. Well, it's based on a false premise. Your grade did not drop because your grade was never a 92 to begin with. MyMathLab was showing you an incorrect grade, something that was not appropriate, and it wasn't accurate. So don't send me that email and say, well, my grade is 92. Now it says, no, your grade never was a 92. MyMathLab may have shown a 92, but it showed it because of flaws to the system. Okay? So guys, again, you send me one of those emails, I'm probably just going to delete it because that's the reason I'm covering that information in this video. All right? Guys, that's about all I've got. I tell you, you guys are doing pretty well. I don't want to bring up. Let me look at something real quick. I don't want to bring up the grade book on this computer where I'm teaching right now. So let me. But I do want to bring up the grades, and let me just see what's going on. So I'm actually on my other computer right now. Wow, you guys are doing awesome. Goodness gracious. Let's see. Golly, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 of you have 100%. Gosh, over half the class is 90% or higher. Yeah, you guys are doing great. So just hang in there and keep doing what you're doing. Those of you that aren't, there's a few of you that screwing around, not watching the videos. That's clear. I don't know what to tell you. Because I told you in the introductory video, which you were required to watch, so don't tell me you didn't know any of this, that watching the videos was a requirement. So, you just need to, guys. Suck it up. And that's kind of the good thing about the online class is, let's say I was given this information on a day that you were sick, or maybe your child was sick, or you just legitimately couldn't be there. Well, you wouldn't get this information unless somebody told you. Great thing about the online class is this video is going to be posted forever, or at least for a long time. So you can always have this information just by watching the video. And guys, there's something else I wanted to talk about, and I can't remember what it was, or what it is. Shoot. Well, yeah, it'll probably hit me after I finish the video. But anyway, guys, remember MyMathLab issues. If you go to bed and you got a 92 showing, it doesn't necessarily mean you got a 92. There could be some weird MyMathLab insanity going on, so keep that in mind. Watch out for these sneaky quizzes. There's going to be 5 or 6 of them. It makes a difference. If you miss one, probably not going to matter. If you miss these things habitually, it's going to affect your grade. And let me tell you something that happened with this. Don't want to tell it. I want to tell the information very generically because I don't want to identify the student. I had a student last semester, and she was her overall GPA was very close. It was only like maybe 0.05 away from keeping her scholarship. So I'm sure she probably emailed each of her professors and tried to get the grade bumped up. Well, she contacted me, and she did well in the class. She got I think it's like an 83 average, which was a B, but she needed a B plus. So what I did to see if I could do anything to help her raise her grade is I went back and looked at the quizzes. And I went back and looked at to see if she had actually watched the videos. Turned out she hadn't turned in any of the quizzes. She did okay with an 83. She would have done much better if she'd given me an opportunity to teach her. Guys, I couldn't budge on the final grade because I felt like she didn't do her part in this class. Watch the videos, submit the assignments on time, study for your exam, show up and take your exam. Those are the things you've got to do. I didn't feel like she followed through. So I didn't change her grade, and it's my understanding she did lose her scholarship. And I felt bad about it. I really did. But, guys, this is a two-way street. You do what you're supposed to do. It makes it easier for me to do favors for you when and if you need it. So, guys, that's it. Have a great one. Again, it's bugging me about what the extra thing I wanted to tell you. Oh well, I'm not going to remember it. So take care.